They have a saying that school, for example, teaches you a lesson and gives you a test. Life gives you a test teaching you a lesson. And that's the kind of thinking that I've adopted. Because of the kind of life that I've kind of lived, and a lot of that life, and especially in the past 20 years, would not have been possible had it not been for the assistance of the center. Because I don't know where I would have been. This place has literally been a godsend for me. The cerebral palsy, it causes me to have my legs bent, so it means that I can't actually walk straight. It also may have contributed to a slight intellectual developmental disability that has made it hard for me to actually compete in the outside community for employment. The center actually helped me get a job since 2000, and I've been working here at the center at the front desk since 2015. And the services that they've provided, the help that they've provided, it has just been miraculous for me.
The center was started about 50 to 60 years ago by a group of families who had children that had Down syndrome. At that point in time, there were no services for these children. So they bound together, gathered resources, and really set a path for the future. I think it's very important to me that we pay homage to that group because they were looking 50 to 60 years down the road. And what we want to do is be able to stay true to the motto that they set of choice, independence, and growth so that we can give those things to their children as we move 50 to 60 years down the road from now.
It's a lot of people that we serve and have the opportunity to make a difference in their lives. Some of the folks aren't here as often as they used to be because we've been able to find them meaningful employment and jobs, so they only come here when they need some of the supports that we give and so forth. So it's a very dynamic group and a pretty exciting place to be.
I always tell people they're just like you and me. They want to have a choice of where they work, what they do. They want to be independent, they want to be loved, and they want to grow. We keep that in mind all of the time.
When I had difficulties, the center could have said hit the road, but they didn't. They have let me be as independent as possible, and where I needed help, they helped. You're going to be able to have your independence and assistance when you need it, guidance from the staff, and redirection when needed. I've had to learn how to overcome the negative stereotypes that some of these people in society arbitrarily placed on me. And while some people decided that I was not human, there's a lot of other people that decided I was. I'm no longer worried about whether people are going to judge me. People expect you to be scared of a position, scared of a person. I'm not.
If I were to take you on a walk and introduce you to some of the people, I think it would be one of the best parts of your day. We have a variety of activities for the clients that are here. They can range from laughter, yoga, to exercise, weights. We have artists that are coming in now. We also have our Ginger Snaps program, our Crackers program. Choice, growth, and independence are different for each level of person that we deal with, but we owe them that, not just for them, but for their parents. There's nothing worse than being a parent who wants to help and can't find the path to get there. If I could change anything about the community we live in, the society we live in, is that everybody just be open to the differences between all of us. There are differences between you and me, and I think that's something we need to embrace. We owe it to them, we owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our kids to actually embrace the differences and not be afraid of them.
The center has a long history where we are now in the River Oaks area, and we are extremely proud of the things that were accomplished, and it laid the groundwork for us to consider what the future would look like. When we began to look, we looked for a place where we could create that kind of environment in an area that was growing and dynamic and would allow us to set up for another 40 or 50 years of leading edge type solutions for the IDD population.
When you look at a move of this magnitude, there are a lot of moving parts. We're talking to people within the community. We're talking about moving into a community that we haven't been there before. The East End is a happening place. Everybody knows that, but it is also a really strong community. I welcome the opportunity to be a part of that community. And if we can do that, we've left our footprint. Here, we're going to build a footprint in the East End of Houston, Texas, with a Center for Pursuit.